Hi, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will cover one of the most useful feature for automating and organizing our SQL workflow, that is stored procedures in MySQL. So we will be covering these topics such as what is stored procedures, then why to use, then we will see the syntax, okay, then how to call them and the parameters that we use inside or with stored procedures. So let's begin. What is a stored procedure? A stored procedure is a set of SQL statements saved in a database under a certain name. That is the name given to the stored procedure. Stored procedures encapsulates logic, so it is reusable and can be executed with one line of code. Okay, so they are very useful for repetitive database tasks, complex calculations, and enforcing business logic at the database level. So why use stored procedures? They simplifies repetitive or the complex tasks, enhances security by restricting direct table access. It centralizes the business logic, reducing application complexity, and easy to maintain. It helps us in maintaining. Okay, makes maintenance and updates easier since we are only changing the logic in one place as it is centralized. So on the screen you can see now the syntax for creating a stored procedure, that is delimiter keyword, then this two slash, and create procedure, the name to this stored procedure, then inside the bracket we need to give the input output or the input output parameters with their data types, then begin. Inside begin, for each begin we should have the end, and within this block begin end block we will provide the SQL statements, that is the actual logic. Then we will be after end forwards two slash, we will be having the, we need to use the delimiter keyword again. Okay, the delimiter forward slash allows MySQL database to separate statement blocks. Okay, so let's see one example in MySQL Workbench, which will help us to understand how to create a stored procedure. Okay, delimiter forward slash create procedure. These are keywords. Then we need to provide the name to the stored procedures. That is, in my case, I'm giving the name as get all students. Here I am not giving any parameter inside the bracket. Then begin and delimiter, and inside this begin and end block we need to provide the actual logic that we are going to write. Okay, so select star from student table. Now I will run this and the query has been executed successfully. Okay. So how to call the stored procedure? Okay, created in the MySQL database. So to call it, we need to use the call keyword present. So I will use this to call the stored procedure get all students. So call, then the get all students. Now I will run this, and you can see the stored procedure has been executed or called successfully, and we retrieved the result as per our logic used inside the store procedure. Okay. Now we will see stored procedure with parameters passed. Okay. So there are three types of parameters that we can pass to the stored procedures. That is input parameter, then output parameter, and the in-out parameter. So in this example, we will focus on the in parameter. Okay. So we will see one example of stored procedure with parameter in MySQL Workbench. Rather than writing the whole query again, I will copy paste the earlier one, and I will change the name from get all students to get all students with ID. Then I need to provide the parameter inside the bracket, that is in ID, and it will be of int data type. Okay. Then inside the begin block, I need to change the logic or the query from select star from student to select star from student, where student underscore ID is equals to ID. So other things will be as it is. Now I will run this, and the procedure has been created successfully. Now I will try to call it with the help of call keywords. Call, then the name of the stored procedure, and inside the bracket I will provide the ID, and run this, and you can see now I am getting the records for only those student with student ID as 4. So I will change it the parameter from 4 to 1 and run it again. So now you can see we have only 2 records with student ID 1. I will run it 2. In this way we can play with this stored procedures. Once we create, we can reuse that. Okay. So next we will see, here we will see how can we list or view and delete the procedures. So first we will see how to show the stored procedures inside a database. So for that we use the show keyword to show procedure status, where db is equals to book store. I will run this, and you can see we have 2 stored procedures listed down with the help of show procedure status. Okay. Then to view the procedure code, we use this show create procedure and the name of the procedure. Okay, you will see that show create procedure and the name of the procedure, that is get all students. Now I will run this and you can see we got the all things here in create procedure. If you hover, then you can see the code block, that is begin and end block. Everything will be given. Likewise, we can delete the created stored procedure. So we will see that also. Let's say I want to delete the get all students stored procedure. So for that, drop procedure. If you are sure, then you don't need to use the if exist. Okay, but if you are not sure whether the stored procedure present or not, in that case you can use the if exist. So it will delete if the stored procedure exists. Okay, then get all students. Okay, and now I will run this and you can see the stored procedure has been dropped or deleted successfully. How to see whether it is dropped or not? For that, again you can go for show procedure status, where tb equals to store procedure bookstore. Bookstore is nothing but the name of the database in which we are working. Okay, now I will run this again and you can see only one stored procedure is there, that is get all student with id. In this way we can delete. So the best practices in this, you can use the meaningful names to the stored procedures. Okay, that describe what the procedure does, actually what the logic inside the procedure does. According to that, you can provide the meaningful name to the stored procedure. Then use parameters for reusable flexible procedures. Okay, then you can keep the procedures focused on a single responsibility rather than making complex things complex. Keep it simple. Okay, focused on a single task, and document procedures and manage permissions appropriately. Try to document things, okay, so that it is easy to understand the logic of stored procedure. Thank you for watching. Practice creating and calling stored procedures in your MySQL database. Do like, share and subscribe to the channel. For more such videos, turn on the notification. If you have any questions or queries, write down in the comment box below. If you want this same the PPT used in this video, you can visit our Telegram channel. See you in the next video.